Now we have all of the masking set up and we are ready for actual programming. So let's go ahead and jump straight into programming. It doesn't matter if you pocket it, profile it, drill the holes, because we can rearrange the order of how we programmed it later on. So the very first thing I'm going to do is drill the holes. Before we get started, let's go ahead and measure the depth that we're going to have to drill. So if you hit ZD for analyze distance, center, you can pick the center of this hole. My masking's on, let me turn that off. Or you just click that. And then center of that to the center of this black line. And we have to drill anything deeper than 1 inch. So now I'm going to select my purple masking to turn it on. And we are going to go NC, 2-axis, and then we are going to hole process. At this point, as long as you don't have the bottom of the holes purple, which you don't, then all we have to do is say everything visible. And notice how it didn't highlight this one because I was zoomed in on it. So when I say visible, it will only do what's in the viewport. So I'm going to zoom out and then hit visible again and hit done. One more thing we have to check. Let me go back and analyze the diameter. So it is a 266 thou hole. So again, NC, 2-axis, hole process. Everything visible, done. We're going to select our tool. Now notice all the different tool selections that you have. You have center drill, and if you hover over it just for a second, it'll tell you what it is. A center drill, a spot drill, a countersink, a drill, tap, and so on and so forth. And it depends on who wrote your post and how it posts these out, but that's a whole nother lesson. For now, we're going to select spot drill and go to the tables right here and go to drill tool table and select whichever one meets your needs. If you don't have it, you can customize it here. So at our shop we have 140 degree, so you can add the shank diameter if you want, and all that is for is really animation to make sure that you have clearance and stuff like that. So if it's all up in the air and all it's using is this very tip, then I really wouldn't worry too much about typing all this information in. Alright, we'll say tool number 1. Now it'll be the tool number, your length offset, and your work offset. Your work offset you can leave at 0. Again, it depends on your post, but we are going to post this out as a G54. Spindle speed, we're going to go 7500 because we're going in aluminum and our max on our machine is 7500. Feed rate, we'll feed 12. Comments, we'll say spot drill. Alright, you don't have to worry about these last two pages. All you have to worry about is your tool information. So again, it'll be the tool number and length offset. And you can change your coolant type, you can change your spindle direction, and if you read over them, you'll be able to understand exactly what each little box can allow you to do. Insert post processor command, you can insert M codes. For example, if you are tapping, you can insert an MOO so that the machine will stop before you tap something. That way you can apply Molly D to it. And we're going to go to the second page, which is cycle control. You have your rapid plane, you don't have to worry about that. Your plunge clearance, you don't have to worry about that. And we'll go over these in more detail later on. For now, I just want you to understand the things that you're going to have to change as soon as you open it up. So spot drill diameter, we know we have to drill a 266 thou hole, so a 100 thou diameter spot is just fine. This concludes on how to program a spot drill. Now we are ready to program the drill. So if you highlight over your spot drill and hold Control, hit C and then V for copy paste, now we have the option of adding another tool. So we're going to go to select tool, we're going to say we want a drill. Make sure you go to the very top option and then go to the closest thing to 266. which is 266. So that'll be an H drill. We'll hit OK. Change this to H drill. All right, we're going to say tool number 2. And we can change all the tool numbers. It's not that critical. We can go back and change that later. All right. Now for the spindle speed and feed, you can refer to our drill chart formula, and I'll provide a link below. And if you follow those formulas, it gives you a pretty good idea on how fast to go. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and guess. So we're going to say 3,000 because it's aluminum, and we will say 20 on the feed rate. All right. Now you don't want to just drill it unless you have through coolant. You want to at least peck it. So our peck will be 125. That should be fine. Our hole depth, now you can program it to shoulder or tip. So if you say shoulder, if you say 1 inch, it will, well, let me change it. You'll notice right here that actual depth is further than 1 inch because it's going to the shoulder of the drill. Just to be safe, we will make it 1 inch, 35 thou. And we can always change that on the machine just in case. Now I know I'm skipping over a lot of things, but the things that you saw me change is all you will need to change. Everything else just gives you more options. So we will go over those later. For now, I'm just trying to show you a quick way to get your program up and running. Because again, there is a lot of information that I've left out, such as sorting control, but we have an entire video dedicated to using this sort control. For now, again, we're just trying to get the program to where we can start running. We're going to hit OK. It says, do you wish to accept or reject this toolpath? Hit accept. And now we have a drill toolpath.